Yo, what's good, everybody? Check this out. I'm your host, B-Boy Moy, and we are here, Space City Classic 2022, where it all goes down and people put it on the line. Just for you. If you're tuning in back at home, please share the link. Let people know you're rocking with Break Free Worldwide because we got amazing talent that's right here in the house, ready to share their story and their passion for what they want tomorrow, right? A lot of us, we build our legacies off respect, off practice, off training, off everything that we ever put ourselves, our entire being on every single floor that we step on or dance on or whatever you want to call it. So please, it's your support that makes this travel sound waves away. So please share those links. Let everybody know you're rocking with Space City Classic. With all due respect to all the competitors, we owe it to them. We owe it to them. And we're going to open this up right now. We got an audience. The audience, make some noise right now. Yeah. A lot of the questions that will be had right here tonight, they're going to be by the audience and given by the audience. And these competitors will ask truthfully and honestly to what they're feeling in this very moment. So without further ado, let me bring up the first competitors. I need B-Boy Roxrite and B-Boy Gravity. Yes, yes. Roxrite. Yeah. Oh, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Where's Gravity at? Of course, he has to find his way to be late. Make some noise for Gravity, y'all. All right, check this out, y'all. Gravity's walking up. He's ready. All right. So, again, I've been kind of following their stories. They've been doing a few lives here and there, and I know that this is going to be a very heated battle. I know Gravity has been telling me for a long time that, Roxrite is somebody that he looks up to, and now he gets a chance to be as 100% as he can be for this very moment, and that's exactly what he wants from Rox. So with that being said, my question to you guys before I toss it to the audience is, will you be, Roxrite, will you be 100% tomorrow? And Gravity, will you be 100% tomorrow? In your own way, and whatever that means, let the audience know.
I'm here to do what I got to do. I'm here to battle. I'm 100% as in resting right now. And I'm just going to give it my all with what I got right now and how I feel. And the goal is to just be Roxrite 100%.
Ugh. That's tight. Yeah. As far as like 100% goes, mentally, emotionally, physically, like it really doesn't matter. Like, I'm here to show up and do me, and the outcome is I'm just as curious as y'all are to what this outcome is gonna be. I know what I'm here to do, but like at the end of the day, I don't know what's gonna happen. I just know what I want to happen, and it's just to slay a titan, you know what I'm saying? So if I could do that today, tomorrow, that's gonna be like, a big deal for me because, we work for this. You feel me? Like we work for this straight up. Sure. So let's hold it down.
Does anybody have any questions at this point? Anything about individual, the battle, anybody? First question. I'm gonna go to Jose first.
What do you think is the appropriate amount of rounds for you guys to prove the point that you're trying to prove? Like what?
Yeah,
That's a good one.
Over there.
In tournament mode, I would say
like
in general.
In general,
that just depends how
against
we feel.
one-on-one.
Depends on the music, the environment. That's cypher battles are different. There's no limit really. It just depends how we feel. Whoever tires out first. A good battle where you can see everybody and expose each other in your dance, I would say above 15. Like that's where if you really want to test somebody and like take your time and play with different styles, different things that you're good at, and start seeing and finding people's weaknesses or strengths, I would say like 15 rounds to find out.
Yeah, I guess like in terms of like a battle or like a cipher, we were just actually having this conversation. Something like that sounds like, it's more like really like who will quit, right? Because that's what we were brought up on. But to be honest, if I could get the job done in 3 rounds, I don't see the point for more than that, So like my goal is to just like break you down mentally in the first 3 rounds. After that, if you're going, it's more of a pride thing. But like just in general, to battle Rox, I would actually like to do like a final battle against Rox because that's where the real test is. But who knows, man? 3 rounds. 3 rounds is gonna feel like 15 tomorrow. You know.
Yeah, I mean, in tournament mode, yeah, three's
Right.
enough because
Yeah.
it's like a different type of pressure.
Yeah, yeah.
The lights, the audience, the music, everything. You know, you're being judged, so that changes the dynamics of a battle, right? In Cypher, you're just kind of going back and forth. You could do short rounds. It's not gonna cost you anything. Where in a contest, you know, you're being judged. You know, you do a short round, that might cost you the whole battle.
Mm.
So, yeah, it's a little different.
Yeah.
Second question, I know Palmer had one.
I thought it was interesting that Rock says 15 rounds and then Gravity says 3 rounds. And what I think whenever I hear that is it's basically just like what y'all said, a cipher compared to a stage battle or a competition battle. You know, Rock's explained it as, you know, a 15-round battle. You can really dive deep into styles. You can dive deep into details. When you get on a stage, there's a lot of pressure. And everybody that knows and who's battled on that stage knows that 3 rounds can take you out real quick. You know, you can lose that breath. You can lose your legs and everything. But for both of y'all, do you think that, you know, with that being said, that, you know, competitions kind of take away what we do and like what the essence of it is in some type of way, and how can we get over that hurdle and show what that essence is on the big stage? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'll start with that one. So I think that competitions don't take away the essence. I think what competitions do is they separate those who buckle under pressure and those who do not, because there is no room for error. Because one slip up at the level that we are all competing at right now can literally determine the whole outcome of the night. Like one slip up, my slip up can change the whole outcome of who actually wins the whole competition, or his slip up may determine who wins the whole thing from there. So I think that what it does is just shows a different aspect of our culture and a different essence. Actually, I think it's all the same essence, to be honest, because we still the same people regardless. For me personally, what competitions do for me is to test. Like I can go to practice. You can do a cipher battle and mess up, you know, and then redo, like, you know, and catch up on the next couple rounds because it's gonna go a lot longer. It's gonna go the distance. But here there is no room for error, and I think that's what excites me most. Is because I've always heard, like, just coming up, yeah, you know, Roxrite, he don't mess up, you know, and he don't crash. So it's like, okay, so then there's no room for error, because a lot of the moves that I do, you know, they could be hit or miss, but, you know, tomorrow there's no such thing, you know. So
I mean, for me, I think our goal as b-boys is to bring the essence to the stage, right? Separating the cipher from a competition. I mean, a battle's a battle. The only thing is that you have 3 rounds to show that, you know, so you don't have that time to kind of build up, kind of warm up, test out some things. You actually got to go in like full blast right off the bat, and I think that's what separates the competition from cipher, right? You can kind of warm up with your opponent. In a tournament, there's no time for that. You have to warm up beforehand, so when you hit the stage, it's like, I got to do the 3 hardest rounds that I would do in the cipher against this guy. I got to do them right here, right now, but with my style at the highest level that I can do it at, with execution, with what you feel in the moment, you know. But yeah, it's a little bit different. It takes away a little bit of that that moment of highlight, right? What makes breaking in a way, the thing that we pursue, or that slam dunk that you're kind of waiting to see somebody do. In a cipher, it could happen randomly. In a tournament, it's almost like you have to do it right there. And randomly happening on a stage is much more harder than when it happens in the ciphers, because there's no judgment, no rules, no limits, you know. It's a little different. So I think that's a little bit of the separation, getting that extra, like, sporadic moment that is unexpected on a stage. And that's why when you see those sporadic moments and it's being judged, it can change the whole dynamic of a battle. Just one round can change the whole battle, because you're seeing something that is so raw and unique in that moment that it's hard to judge that, right? It's just like, well, that's breaking. Like, that's kind of what we all pursue. So
yo, you
I
know,
think that's the difference.
we did this interview on Zoom, or I think it was like a Zoom, and it didn't get posted, but I had asked Rox, so you gonna start it this time, or is it gonna be me again? And he didn't answer, but I'll give you that chance to answer. I'll start it, but I mean, I'm just asking because I always start it. So you're gonna start it?
Let's see the music. Let's see what the music dictates.
Okay, I'll start it.
Next question, third question, Leandro.
Yo, how y'all doing? Is this mic on?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. It didn't sound on. All right, so as you guys transition from, you know, dancers to showmen, being on stage, like there's a totally different persona that you have to take on. So it's a twofold question. One, as you go into becoming showman, are you dancing for the judges or are you dancing for the audience? And how much does that influence your decisions? And then two, if you're a showman and do you have sets that are prepared that you can do to any music? And then how does that affect the essence of improvisation if you already know what you're going to do before you even hear the music, especially going into like the Olympics when they have floor sets? They call them floor sets. They already have a routine. So is that how you guys are now training, because you're turning into more showman? You already have, I got this round, this round, this round. It's already prepared. Doesn't matter the music. I'm going to just do this.
Yeah, sure, I'll go. That's actually a really good question. Just to make this a really like a short answer, I think that when you're first learning something, it's important to know how to put it together. And then I think as you progress in whatever craft that you're in, those sets or those floor sets or whatever we call them, they start to get broken down and re-put together differently, and then to eventually they kind of come just very naturally. Depending on the music, I do have a bunch of sets. People always know, like, bro, like I have my back handsprints to my windmills, I have my other sets, I have my threads, I have certain things that I can do, but the texture of that movement will always change depending on the music and depending on the moment as well. There's times where, like we talked about it during the discussion, is like we live for those moments where we hit that move the best we've ever hit it, and then we always try to relive that. It's kind of like the addiction to that moment, you know. But I think personally, I really don't give a shit about what the judges think about my style. I'm not really there for them. Unfortunately, they hold, you know, they're the shareholder at the end of the day. You know, they make that decision. But I hope that whomever throws the event or whomever is bringing these people out does not just pick a judge because they did some cool things or they accomplished a lot when they were coming up. It's because they actually can appreciate the dance, they can appreciate the originality, they can appreciate the skill level and the movement, and then be a fair person in that moment. And so I think, and also the people, I know it's a show, and I want people to enjoy that moment with me, so I love to interact with everybody, but it has nothing to do with what I'm a show up to do, you know what I'm saying? It's a part of it. We all here doing this, right? So like, we're all enthusiasts. We all come here because y'all are here because y'all love breaking and y'all love hip hop and y'all love battles and y'all love the animosity and the unknown. That's why y'all here. So why not include you in the vibe that we have when we on the floor? So I think it all plays a part, because without y'all, you know, you ever go to an event and be like, man, you know, the energy was whack. I didn't do that good, you know. So the more energy you guys give us, man, I feel like the better show you're gonna get. You know what I'm saying? And then the judges, I mean, I don't know. I mean, whether, you know, that's like a really big problem for me, is that like people always tell me like, you know, if I don't go out there and do a double backflip, that I'm like holding back, or I'm off today, or if I start doing things, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I try not to think about the judges too much, and lately it's been working for me, you know what I'm saying? I just go out there and do my thing, and however people view me, whether they're like, oh, you can dance, you can't dance, or, you know, you got it or you don't, it really doesn't matter anymore, you know?
Yeah, I mean, for me, you know, I'm more quiet, introverted in many ways, so when I get on a stage, it can be a little intimidating for me. So for me, it feels more like I'm there for a fight. So I'm there to like completely focus on my opponent. My opponent helps me distract myself from those inner fears, right? Like the surroundings. So all I do is focus on my opponent, what he's doing, and the music.
It gets crazy
Yeah.
when we battle. I swear to God, dude.
It's the energy exchange.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just focus quickly on that, and that has helped me throughout my career to be able to stay consistent with my approach and the way that I look on stage. You know, the judges are there to do their job. Obviously, people that are judging in general, most of the time, you have a lot of respect for them. So they're gonna make the call based on what they see and what they're judging and what they feel that day and what you did. If you killed it, you killed it. If they feel that you killed it and you deserve it, they'll give you the win. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. It's part of the game. As far as like preparing for battles and all that and how I approach a battle, I did sets when I was young, but I enjoy adapting in the moment. My style of battling is a battle style. So when I see somebody do a move, I readapt my moves in the moment. So before a battle, yeah, I have a lot of moves, signatures, and things that I utilize. maybe I'll think about like 3-5 moves before I go into the battle, but then I base the rest of my rounds on what I see. So it's like I'm processing moves in my head as I'm seeing him come at me. It's like, oh damn, he did a 90, he did a halo. It's like, all right, like I'm thinking of which moves I want to drop, which is a lot of a harder style when it comes to competition because nowadays a lot of people just write down their sets. I've done a lot of world championships with dudes had their notebooks, and I'm over here struggling, thinking of like, oh, what am I gonna do? These guys got their full sets down. But for me, I get more excitement. I feel more pleasure in battling, and that's what keeps me battling. You know, after this long, since the '90s, being able to battle now, like that, the fact that I can just jump into a battle and just like go off of what I see, like I thrive on that. That keeps me motivated.
Okay, last question. This was from Jess Skills.
I know you guys have like a lot of respect for each other, but with that being said, what do you think some of the weaknesses and strength does your opponent have, like over you, or like, you know?
Yeah.
Let me see. You wanna go first or you want me to go first?
Yeah. I always go first, Rox. Yeah.
I'll go first. Well, strengths first, right? Gravity's very explosive, dynamic. He knows how to take the energy, how to take the crowd. He has a lot of capabilities that I lack, you know. So in that sense, I feel like he has a lot of strong points, and he's very battle-oriented, which is, I think that's what makes our battles so dynamic, is because he has this energy of battling, and it's rare to catch that nowadays. So when we do battle, I feel like he brings that out of me. As far as like weaknesses, I mean, I would say it would be like your footwork. Transitions, and variety of freezes. If there was something that I can point out now,
Word up.
I think that's it.
Yeah. That's like all of it. That was good.
You still got way more stuff.
Yeah, man, you know what? Truth is, he's right, you know, like about a lot of those things, but I think that I just don't do like what I practice in the battles. And so like I have freezes for days and I have footwork combos for days, but that doesn't get me off. That don't get me hyped to go out there and do CCs and like fucking baby freezes and chair freezes. That don't get me hyped. So like, you know, that's why I don't use them. But we could do that tomorrow, you know. But you know, but you know, Roxrite for me, like what I've been thinking about and I've been studying a lot. Like I study everybody that's in this competition. And the only person that I'm actually truly like worried about here in this competition is Palmer. I'm gonna just throw that out now. Yes, sir. I'm gonna just throw that out now. And I say that because like, obviously that's for something else, but I'm gonna just throw that out now. But when it comes to Rox, his strengths are fucking crazy, man. He can go any direction, on any hand, in any way, at any moment, and that is like one of the hardest things to do in breaking. Everybody be talking about like, yo, so what's your strong side? You know, and I feel like, you know, like for me, like we joke about it all the time. It's like, yo, I got a huge ass like left side and my right side's not as big, you know. It's because I'm mainly on one side, you know what I'm saying? Like this guy can go both ways and he can do it on the drop of a dime, and if he was to start to fall out of a move, he knows how to like really figure, like swindle his way in and out, and that's a really difficult thing to do. So there's not a lot of room for error with Rox. That's his strength. I think his weaknesses, I don't know. I feel like nobody will probably tell him this in person, but I think it's just like it doesn't excite me. So like what he does doesn't excite me. There's moments that he has, but I think that over years, I think that the weakness that he has most is that it's really not that creative for me to think that, okay, this is some shit I got to be worried about. But I and you know, I say this because maybe he'll fucking just like go so off tomorrow. I'm fucking myself up right now, right? Right? But like just to make this like super dope for everybody to know, like there's nothing that he does that puts fear into me. it's nothing that he does that I feel like I can't just answer with just to be an asshole. But I do know that he is nobody to play games with because he is unpredictable. So don't get it twisted. If I analyze any b-boy, I'll keep it real and be like, yo, this person's missing this, this, and this. Maybe not that be that creative, but we all know if you have a strong foundation, it could take you very, very, very far. But also, I think that his biggest strength against me is that, I mean, when did you start breaking?
95.
I started in 2006. That is his biggest strength on me. And that's a scary thing, man. And almost everybody in this competition that is of skill has been doing this for a very long time. And that's like the hardest thing, is to compete against people like them who have been in all situations, between Flea, Palmer, Rox. Like, they've been in all situations, and it's very easy to answer somebody like me, to find my weaknesses. But I think that's what makes this battle so crump. You know what I'm saying?
Make some noise for grabbing Rox, everybody.
Give it up for Roxrite and
Guys,
Gravity, y'all.
come forward. Everyone can take a photo opportunity for Gravity and Roxrite. Right in front of the table. Tomorrow, going down at NASA, Gravity versus Roxrite. Everyone make some noise. Let's go! Space City Classic. Yeah. Only one can win.
One more time, y'all. Give it up for Gravity and Roxrite. Appreciate y'all. It's cold in Houston, but it's getting a little warm up in here. I don't know if it's this smoke. I thought it was Flea Rock behind me. No, I'm just playing Flea. Shout out to my boy Flea. But y'all, check this out. The next competitors we're bringing up, we got Phil Wizard versus Kate. One thing that's really, really, really important for us at Break Free is to showcase that dominance between male and female, that we believe it's equal. You know what I mean? We believe it's equal, and, you know, and if you've seen Kate break, she's no one to play with. If you've seen Phil break, he's no one to play with. And, you know, I think this is going to be, honestly, a really good battle. And I'm hyped. And first of all, I want to give all my love and respect to Kate and her country, Ukraine, and everything that they're dealing with. You know, it's a tragedy, but we hope for the best, and we're praying for the best. And so I'm glad you even made it. I'm glad you even made it. That speaks volumes. Thank you. And I think it's moments like this that allow us to show that we're soldiers too, and that we can go out there and express ourselves and amplify what's happening out there in a very positive way with what you're blessed with, breaking and dance and all this. And so, you know, I'm moved by that, so I don't have any questions. If you guys have questions, Jeremy will toss the mic. Put your hands together and make some noise one more time for Phil Wizard and Kate, y'all.
Okay, 4 questions total. Who would like the first question? Anybody? Raise your hand if you'd like to step forward. First question, anybody? There we go. Jose.
Have you had barbecue yet here in Texas and Houston? Since y'all been here?
I have not, and I would like to. I'm a big foodie, but my biggest weakness in battles is like being careful of what I eat before a battle, because I like to eat a lot. So I'm trying to be careful. But I had ice cream yesterday, and I'll probably have some tonight, but that's my kind of biggest challenge. So maybe barbecue after the event. Yeah, I had diarrhea.
You had enchiladas.
After that. When we went to the hotel, Jeremy was checking us in. I had to run to the bathroom is because I had diarrhea. So
I'm glad I can help.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you for that.
No. But I want to say something, okay? Can I just have a minute? Thanks for having me. The strategy and my motivation to battle just changed 3 days ago. I was supposed to come here to have a lot of fun. I will try to have some fun, but I just want to represent my country like I never represented it before, ever. So I'm very upset, but I'm very I'm trying to do something. So thank you. I'm gonna try to use your platform, guys, to just show solidarity to people who are in my country right now struggling. Thank you.
Please make some noise, y'all, for Kate. Thank you, Kate. Thank you so much. Is there any questions, any other questions? There'll be 4 total. Second question. Leandro.
With that being said, do you feel like coming into this battle that everything's happening, is it more of a battery in your back, or do you feel like you have to regroup because it could be a distraction that you're focused on what's happening and bigger issues sometimes other than, you know, dancing or whatever? Like, do you feel like it's a charge and a battery in your back, or more of a distraction?
I think it's a charge. Like, I feel like kind of fighting. You know, I need to put that energy, but not in war, but in in something what I do is my art form, and that gives me a lot of energy to execute the best. You know, like I'm doing it. The soldiers in my country doing there, I do it here. Just solidarity with my country, with my people, with my flag, but I'll do it in my own artistic way, whatever I can do right now. Yeah.
Third question, Palmer.
Yeah, so, you know, I've always thought that breaking, you should, for me, it's something that I hold very, very sacred to me. Like, I love breaking, like, with all my heart. Like, I really, really do. Like, and I think hip-hop is a beautiful thing. Like, us just here asking each other questions, just learning from each other is super, super dope, and I wish it would happen more. So if both of y'all could maybe give some stories or examples of how hip-hop brings people together, basically, you know what I'm saying? Like, how it has changed y'all's lives and how it can, you know, change the youth of every nation in the world to understand that, you know, we're all in this together. We're all the same, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think obviously I can only speak from my personal experience, but for me, I mean, I feel the same way. I'm very passionate about this. Like, this is the one thing in my life that I feel like, and I feel very grateful that I found this dance, because like I was very lucky. I had amazing parents, amazing loving parents, but like I just didn't have a lot of passion in my life. And so when I found breaking, it was kind of the one thing I could pour all my time into and get addicted to. I always jumped around things. Like, I never could stick to something, so breaking was something I could finally stick to. And on your point of just bringing people together, hip hop in general, but with breaking, I feel like for me personally, it's opened my eyes to a lot of different cultures, experiences, and ways of life. And just like in my privileged view, just like feeling so grateful for the life I have, because like other people have had it so much harder. And I remember a specific example of this recently. I was recently like in France, and then on the way back at the airport, I was talking to B-Boy Mascot, who lives in Germany, but he's originally from Brazil. And he was telling me how he started is there was like a ghetto hood in Brazil, and the way they practiced is like, it was like a junkyard or something. And so that's the only spot they had to practice, and it was kind of where all the like more sketchy figures would go, but that's the only place they had. And so people looked at them that they were sketchy, but like he practiced there, and that's how he started learning flips originally, and then started breaking. But it just goes to show, like, and that really humbled me. Like, I never had that kind of experience, and so for me, it just kind of humbled me to realize, like, people from all over the world had different experiences to find this art, and my experience was completely different. It wasn't as big of a struggle, to be completely honest. And so it just kind of provided me with the gratitude and I think humility that we kind of need to go into something like this. It's amazing the platforms that we're able to reach and that we are reaching now, but I think it's also incredible to see where it came from and to kind of hear what other people came from too. I think for me, I don't know if this entirely answers your question, but it's just like, I think it makes me as a person a lot more humble and grateful for what I have, and I think everyone feels that way, like when they're in breaking, like everyone feels that way. I'm so grateful just to have this. It's nothing that we have to pay for. It's nothing that costs anything, you know? It's free. You just need a floor, some music, like you can, and then you can do it, you know? So that's why all people from all walks of life come to this dance. So I think that's an incredible thing, and yeah, I don't know if that really answers your question, but yeah, and then just like, yeah, thank you. And then, like what Kate was saying too, just with everything going on in the world, someone like Kate can represent in a positive way as well. And I think that's a powerful thing too, that we as artists can, she can represent her country and be proud of that, especially in a time like this. And honestly, I feel grateful that I can kind of exchange with her on this and that she's putting that energy out, and I hope to kind of match that energy. To support as well, I guess. But yeah.
Oh, I have to answer this too, yeah?
No, you don't. Any other questions?
Yeah, last question, fourth and last question. Anybody?
I got one. So, and this is for you, Kate. Last year you were here, and it was the first time I think that anybody saw each other live. It was like right after, just doing, COVID, going through all these online things, and it was the first time, we experienced shaking each other's hands and all that. And you came out a champion. You came out a champion at First Space City. And how do you feel about returning back here? I know that you mentioned 3 days ago the situation changed, but let's just say prior to those 3 days, like how were you feeling like coming back to Space City Classic, like knowing that you came out here and you walked out a champion, and like what are your honest thoughts?
My honest thoughts, I was thinking that I'm gonna battle big girls again and win again. That was like original plan, but but then I saw that it's gonna be b-boys and big girls all together, which make it a little bit more complicated. But still, I think for big girls is also a crazy good motivation. Like for me, it's a motivation. Like I'm gonna try harder because I know b-boys in average have higher level. It's just my opinion. I don't know. I don't want to hurt anybody. It's just I think that their level overall is higher, and I want to reach to them more. Just trying to make this battle worth it. Not just like, oh, these big girls, can I skip it? Like, no, I just want to make it great so people can watch it and be like, oh, wow, they actually killing it both.
And can you guys please make some noise for Phil Wizard and Kate?
Give it up for Kate and Phil.
Tomorrow at NASA Space Center, Phil Wizard versus Kate, y'all. Make some noise. Give it up.
Yes. Phil Wizard, B-girl Kate.
Thank you, guys.
Ooh, man. I got chills on that one. I'm excited for this next one, man. I think these next two competitors really, I mean, if you would look up the word essence in the dictionary, I mean, there's probably a picture of both of these guys battling for that spot, literally. And so, without further ado, let's bring up Palmer and Flea Rock.
All right. First question from anybody. First question. 4 questions total. Gravity has the first one.
First question. All right. First of all, I'm excited to see this happen, right? Because this determines how the outcome of the whole night's going to be. Right? It's a big deal here. Palmer, I seen you training.
Yeah.
Is it, like, for real? I'm just saying. And I see Flea training. I feel like right now, like, the two of y'all just got a different mentality right now. It's very obvious, right? With that being said, knowing for like the last 2-3 weeks that this was gonna happen, have you been focused on the first round or the event or like the battle total? So like when it comes to like, you have to get past the first round, but then there's, it's 3-5-7. Have you not even focused on the first, like what happens after? Has it just been a focus of Palmer or has it just been a focus of Flea Rock? You know what I'm saying? Like, have you thought about the battle as an overall yet? Or have you just focused on, I got to get past the first round? And then what has that thought process been like for you?
Oh, it's for me. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. No, I mean, Flea's Flea, man. I mean, it's habit core versus skill methods. I mean, how long has that been going on? Like, it's really crazy to think about, right? Like, I grew up watching it, and now, like, I'm here in my hometown about the battle at NASA. Like, it's crazy. Like, it's really, really dope, So I got a lot of respect for him. So, of course, yeah, I'm training hard for it. Yeah, I mean, he just came off of Red Bull, killing it over there. So it's like, you know, this is, you know, I've been doing a lot of jiu-jitsu, right? And what they say is, lucha es lucha. A fight is a fight. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, respect on and off the floor, but, you know, when it's about time to battle, it's time to battle. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I like about Flea. Like, he likes to battle, you know? So I know it's going to be a crazy battle, but I'm excited for it. So, yeah, I've definitely been training for it. For this battle, yeah.
Cool. Second question.
How y'all doing? So, what's your beard regimen? Like, do y'all have oils you put in, and who y'all think got the better beard today? Like, what y'all got? Ointments? Yeah, here's Shining Palmer. What's going on? What's going on with yours today?
I ran out of my oil, though. My bad.
All right, next question.
Shit about the beard. I was waiting for the beard one.
All right, so there's probably 3 people in this room I really look up to, and you guys are 2 of them. And I wanted to ask, what's more important to you overall that you've been dancing for so long? Is it winning all these competitions and, you know, getting first place, or is it like becoming like an iconic, you know, presentation of breaking, you know what I mean, of yourself? Like, what is, like, the ultimate goal for you guys when it comes to, like, being a b-boy? Like, you know, like, the ultimate goal, what would it be?
Man, I love doing it. So it's like I don't ever think about, like, you know, why am I doing this? You know, like that I don't think that's ever crossed my mind, to be honest with you. Maybe I'm lucky. You know, I know a lot of people go through ups and downs with this dance. You know, they come in and out of it. I've always, you know, for, you know, 20 plus years been a part of it. It's given me a lot to my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot. Like, you know, I can't thank God enough for, you know, blessing me with, you know, this dance and finding it and falling in love with it, you know. And I'll say something real quick, too. I remember when Flea started wearing, like, the God level shirt, right? I'll be honest, like, I was like, man, it's a little arrogant, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I had an epiphany the other day, too, whenever I was just sitting in my garage and everything, and I thought to myself, and this is a quote that a lot of people know, but the kingdom of God resides inside me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that shirt is arrogant anymore. I think I wish more people would think like that and believe in themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot more blessings will come to their lives if they start to think like that. You know what I'm saying? So I've switched my thought about, you know, that shirt and everything. You know? Yeah.
Flea, would you like to answer?
Can you say the question again?
So the question is, okay, we all started breaking for certain reasons, right? We all, when we first start off, we don't know whatever inspired us to do it. But the question is, as a b-boy, and I've heard you say a lot, like, form. You know, I like when you say that because it perks up my ear. Like, man, what is he talking about? You know? So then I start, like, trying to see what you're talking about. And it's crazy. Just like last 2 weeks ago, I met Troll, and I was just like, oh, this is so dope. Like, there's stuff here beyond what other people understand, you know? And it's just like, it's so dope, you know, because I'm barely understanding it. Actually, I didn't have a mentor or something like that when I first started. So it's like, oh, there's a lot more meaning into every step. And I guess that's why I kind of compared it to competition, because, I mean, you know, it's like, is that more important? Is it actually becoming like a b-boy that you see yourself, you know, becoming? Like, it's hard to word that, but the ultimate goal, like, what is the goal of you, like, working so hard on these moves? What would be the goal?
I think for me, for so many years, it always came down to just loving the art form, knowing that it's my, like, it's gonna be my tool in this life to get through it, you know. And of course, I always wanted to be the best, you know, because that's like a b-boy mentality. I feel like you know, you always try to be the best that you could be. But yeah, it was more about the love, you know, the love for it. I fell in love with it when I was really young, watching Kenny and Legs, and New York City Breakers, Incredible Breakers, a lot of guys, you know, Battle Squad. As a kid, we fell in love with these things, you know, and these guys were like our heroes, you know what I mean? Still, when I see Kenny, I'm like,
Straight up.
you know, same feeling as when I was a kid. But yeah, it's a beautiful thing that we have, and I think we got to cherish it more. And I feel like there is always something to learn and break in. That's why, you know, rest in peace, Float. He always told me, you know, if you want to be the best, stay humble. You know, stay humble, and you'll be the best. You know, and I always try to stay humble, you know, and know that I always got room for work and everything in my life, you know. Yeah, so it's more about the love, you know. The love was everything.
Make some noise.
for me. Yeah.
Amazing answers. Next question, anybody? Next question. We got Augustine.
Hi guys. Yeah, I just want to know, you know, unlike other battles, you know who you're battling, you know, first round. I just wanted to ask, like, how did you guys like prepare to, you know, beat this specific opponent? Like, what was that process like?
I mean, I'm always breaking, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's like I'm kind of like always like coming up with stuff, and I'm always excited to throw new things at people and see what happens. So I think definitely though for this one, you know, I think one of my weaknesses has always been like, you know, I just break. I don't do nothing else, and then I'll go eat some pizza, and then I'll go eat some tacos, and then, you know, go drink a beer with my homies and shit. So it's like, sorry. And like, but now though, like I've been more serious though, you know what I'm saying? And it's just because, you know, I'm getting older too, you know, like I want to take care more of myself. Like I want longevity. I want to be able to break when I'm, you know, 72, you know, God willing, I get that old, you know. So it's like, you know, this battle and this whole event was just more motivation to push me in that direction a little bit quicker, you know what I'm saying? So definitely been training, you know, for this one, you know.
I just finished a 369 challenge, if y'all didn't know. I danced for the whole year last year, every day. And after that, I took a break. So I've been dancing, you know, like in the streets, you know, having fun with it, but I haven't really been training because I feel like I trained so much last year. I needed a break, you know. So I'm just here to have fun. I'm here to show y'all how much I love this, you know what I mean? And that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Last question. Last question. Anybody? Oh, yes. Kid Curious, a break-free student. Make some noise for our break-free students, y'all.
Yeah!
Kid Curious.
So, when did you start breaking, and how has breaking impacted to your life? So.
I'll tell you the story of how I first started breaking. I went to a house party with my homies and everything, and I remember there was like a checkered floor in the garage. There was like a strobe light going and everything, and they had like freestyle music playing and everything. And I remember these b-boys came in, and they had big bubble jackets, and it said Chaos on the back, Chaos b-boys. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, oh, like, who are these dudes? Like, you know what I'm saying? And they start breaking and everything. Like, oh my God. Like, so then I knew my homies had some VHS tapes, and it was of Moy. It was a VHS tape of Moy, and it was like, he'd practice all day, all night, because the practice footage started in the day, and then at the end of it, it was night. Like, so, and it was just in his room and everything. So it's like, that's how I started out with it. And then there was a shop here that sold B-Boy Summit 3 with Kenny with the ill Adidas fit on and everything. And, you know, oh my God. So I bought that tape and I just geeked out on it. Like, I geeked out on it. Like, B-Boy Summit 3 was just, I was just like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. So, I mean, after I saw Chaos B-Boys walk in with that, I got to that tape. And then I knew that there was a place called YA in Houston. So every Thursday they had battles there. So I went there. I walk in. I see Lil Jon in a spandex outfit, you know, just throwing windmill after windmill after windmill. And then I see Moy just holding the air baby in the corner. I'm like, oh, that's the cool corner and everything. And so I'm like, oh, shoot. So I just started being around people. And then I hooked up with my boy Dirty, God rest his soul. My boy Dirty, I started breaking with him. We would stay up all night just watching footage of, everybody, Boogie Brats, Flipside Kings, Skill Methods, like everybody, man, and just fell in love with it like that, Like I feel like I was there at a very special time when, there was just something special about that era, and I feel like I was lucky enough to, see it whenever it was fresh, and it's still fresh in my memory, you know what I'm saying? So that's, I always go back to that feeling that I had, and it's still with me today, and I feel really grateful for that. So that's how I started breaking.
I started breaking in Miami, Florida, in like 1993. I was like 10, 11 years old when I first saw it. It's been a long journey, super long. It changed my life. What can I say? It saved my life so many times. Growing up in Miami, there's nothing but gangs and negative things around me. So I was lucky to have breaking, It got me out of trouble a lot of times. It's like I live it. This is what I do. Even my job is breaking on the streets. I make a living literally dancing on the streets my whole life pretty much. So yeah, that was it. I started in '94. I learned from the greats. Definitely was a big thing for me was to carry on tradition and things that I learned from the greats, and definitely saved my life plenty of times and got me on the right track. And I'm very thankful and grateful for all that. I'm grateful to be here. Thank you, Moy, for having me. It's a blessing to see everybody. I'm really excited for tomorrow, and good luck to everybody. You know what I mean? Hopefully everybody comes out, no injuries.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kate for coming out here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's tough, And shout out to the youth that's gonna be watching us.
In the front
I
row
hope we can inspire you guys, And I really hope that breaking, sticks with you throughout your whole life. You don't always have to go, oh, I'm going to be a breaker and that's my career. But you can always hold breaking close to your heart and keep it as like a martial art. You could keep it as, like a tool in your life to always, exercise and go out and use it as an outlet, to connect with people.
Challenge yourself.
It doesn't always have to be like, oh, I'm going to be a breaker. You could be a lawyer and still a sick-ass breaker. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, yeah, just do your thing with, passion.
Make some noise, y'all. Flea Rock, Palmer.
Give it up for Flea and Palmer, y'all. So if y'all could line up.
Tomorrow at NASA Space Center, Flea Rock versus Palmer. Make some noise, y'all.
Woo!
Space City Classic 2022. Skill Methods, have a coro. Yeah, give it up one more time, y'all.
Crazy, 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 crazy. Yeah, man, that's those are the moments that honestly we live for. Palmer mentioned earlier is like these things need to happen more. And again, like you heard a lot of these stories. You've seen these guys battle. You follow their Instagrams and you do everything just based off like what and you create stories, you create your own narratives, and you get inspired by it or you get uninspired by it. Who knows? But it's these stories that really make the breaking. And so think about it. When these guys break, it's because of where they come from, what they've been through, what they believe in, and all of the above. And so a lot of special moments here. Last but not least, we're going to need BoxWon versus Meelisa. Yeah. Okay.
Hey.
Dang, y'all like ninjas. I didn't even see that. Like, holy. All right, audience, it's on y'all.
Vicious by Nature versus Bred to Burn, Monster Energy Breakers. Who has the first question? 4 questions, though. Palmer.
What does bull mean?
Bull? Bull. It's not bull. It's bull. So bull is like the Philly way of saying like boy or man or person. So we be like, what's up, bull? Or you know the bull back there? Like, yeah, bull was tripping. So
We will not count that as the first question. So, first question. Next question. Gravity.
I always, personally, I never felt like there should be a split category in breaking, like b-boy battles and b-girl battles. When I came up, I was afraid of some of these girls. You know what I'm saying? Like, the talent was always, the skill level was always there for me when I was coming up. It was dope. And now that we're here and there is a b-boy versus a b-girl and it's just a breaking battle, for yourself, Meelisa, do you feel like there's a lot of pressure for you in this at all? And in box, do you take every breaker as serious? Like, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's a guy or a girl, do you take it as serious? Honestly, truthfully. And for Meelisa, like, do you look at this as like, are you happy that it's like this? You know what I'm saying? Are you glad that you're recognized as like just a breaker instead of a b-boy or a b-girl? She does look happy, right? But you know what I'm saying, right? Like, cause there has been like that it's categorized. It's been categorized. Like the last one was a b-girl battle and a b-boy battle. What does it mean for y'all? I guess the initial question is what does it mean for you, Meelisa, and what does it mean for you, Box, to have this equality, and how do you look at the skill level?
I've been a gentleman all weekend. Y'all don't even know. For real. I've been the nicest opponent ever.
Yeah, he was opening the door for me.
Carrying boxes. Honestly, the fact that I'm battling a woman doesn't really register with me. It's just a battle, you know what I mean? Like, I have a ton of respect for Meelisa and how she approaches the dance and how she treasures it and, you know, her approach to it. And I spoke to her specifically about that at the last Break Free event, and then it's funny that they put us against each other. And honestly, like, I was so far removed from dance for the last few months, just working on like my home life and things in the background, that, you know, when they announced it, I was kind of just like, man. And then she said something to me like, you know, oh, I'm so excited. I'm like, yeah, I'm injured. I'm like, whatever, don't expect anything. She was like, no, you have 6 weeks to get ready. I was like, yo, that, like, I respect you too much to like not answer that. So like, I got all my injuries correct, and you know, I had a dog in the race now. So I was like, all right, you know, I got invested. You know, so yeah, long way of saying like I don't really care. And shout out to her.
And about me, I feel no pressure at all because
I'm bored.
I feel happy, and you know, I always like the way I look at breaking, and the way I look at the b-boys in a breaking. For me, like Kate was saying before this, and I absolutely agree with Kate, that b-boys are stronger. That's why I don't feel any pressure at all, because I know b-boys are stronger, but at the same time, I believe I can beat anyone, because for me, battle, it's a moment. Like, it doesn't matter who is in front of me, how strong the opponent is. I just know it's a moment. And in this moment, I can be better than you are. And yeah, I believe in magic of moment.
Yeah.
How can you not respect that though?
Next question, Jeffro.
Yep. All right, I got a quick question. So, how early in advance, because y'all been knowing y'all were going to battle each other for several weeks. So how early in advance do y'all have to prepare, like physically, like nutrition-wise? How early did y'all have to get into it, knowing that y'all going against each other?
Gentlemen?
I basically started as soon as Moy and Jeremy called me, like, hey, do the battle. I was like, okay.
That's exactly how it happened.
Yeah, they sent me a message, Break Free messaged me, like, hey, we want to invite you. I was like, I'll let you know at the end of the week. And then Moy and Jeremy called me the next day.
FaceTime you.
Yep, and they was like, hey, we just calling to convince you to say yes. I was like, yes. So, yeah, once I committed, I was like, all right. I had a pulled groin. My arms and my shoulders were bad from boxing. So I just started rehabbing everything immediately, and then talked to her. I like took it serious. Like, me and my trainer was like on it. And yeah, I could breathe a little better. So y'all can exhale. Don't worry about tomorrow. Yeah, right. Yeah, I started as soon as I got the call.
Okay, my answer. I I always ready. I always preparing. It doesn't matter which event, but if it's like, for example, footwork event, I'm like really focusing on the footwork because usually when I go and dance, I freestyle a lot. Like I mean, I have my moves, my combos, like my signatures, but I do react to music, and that's why I always prepare and I always like working. And about nutrition, it's like when I got when I delivered the baby, I changed everything because it was super hard. I didn't feel my body; it was like in pain, like, and I was thinking I will never be able to dance again, because like for maybe 1 year, body was like really in pain. It was hard to dance, like hard to even breathe. I was like, where's my stamina? Like I didn't feel like anything, and that's why when I had a baby, I like changed like all my mindset. I start to be like really worried what I eat, what time I eat, like when I go sleep, like like I like right now after like already 3 years and my baby is 3 years old, I like have like a schedule for my food, for my sleep, like, and I do pay attention what I eat, and I drink a lot of water, like I'm on intermediate fasting already for like more than a year, like, and I always like I really pay attention to everything, and the more I'm into like this healthy way, the more I'm trying to be even more healthy, like because I really love breaking, like really love, and I want to stay as long as I can. That's why it doesn't matter like when it's battle, like I just know like I'm ready to battle any day, but not at night. Like I was like to say any time, but I was like, no, at night I want to sleep, and like I'm just ready to battle. Like, and I always like preparing myself. Yeah, but
Last question from Jessica.
She has a good question
so
always.
I know you both say that you were not gonna hold back, but in all honesty, Box, would you rather lose against a B-boy or a B-girl? Like, do you feel like if you were to lose, would
Y'all really trying to line me up.
Keep it 100.
Y'all ain't asked Phil none of this.
Box is gonna get jumped after this.
Right. Phil, it was all about like, love and Ukraine, and now
when we battle against a kid, for example, like it stings a different way than if you battle against a grown-up, and you know what I mean. So, in all honesty, like, would it sting differently?
In all honesty, it just be what it is. A loss is a loss. I don't know. I'm not as invested in competitive, mindsets at the moment. So like, I'm more just here for the moment. You know what I mean? Like, I've talked to her all week, and I'm like, yo, let's just make a moment. Like if we get an exchange where the rounds is crazy, like boom, I'm happy. Win, lose, whatever. Like if I lost to Jeremy, if I lost to a kid, if I lost to her, it really wouldn't matter because it's like, okay, I lost. Like the show stops here. Yeah, that's my answer.
Is it the same for you? Like, do you mind like who you're losing to, or it doesn't matter?
It's really matter for me how I feel. Like it doesn't matter who in front of me, but it's matter like to who I'm gonna lose, how I feel about this, like inside myself. That I was like in like it's not about opponents, it's about like, my feelings. Like always like when we do something, like not like always, but especially when we battle, we with ourselves as well. Bring right now best of me. Like how I gonna react on this music, like and everything. We have this like battles inside our head, and that's why for me, it's not about opponent. Like the way I'm gonna feel in this moment, like it's feelings. And I was right now just about to say I would rather like lose to, for example, like I don't want to lose to Box, if to be honest. I would rather lose to Gravity in a final than to Box or than Flea, or Palmer. Like, like it was my original plan.
So can I
like,
ask, is it
to
because
win
it's me
BoxWon,
or because it's the first battle?
then to win Flea, or Palmer.
Because I'm feeling hurt. So you don't want to lose to me because it's the first battle, or because it's me? Okay.
Just because
All
it's
right,
the
dang.
first battle.
Y'all used to respect me in the game.
No, I do respect BoxWon, and I love the way he danced, like especially like he danced. Like I like the way he like really groove into the music. I like the way he feels the music. That's why I'm really excited for this battle. But at the same time, like every time I go to battle, of course I want to win. Like I want to be the best. That's why my original plan was battle against Gravity in the final. We're in the same crew. We represent Wishes by Nature. That's why I was like, okay, see you in the final. Like in my head was like this. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be once again. It's gonna be a moment, and I'm sure it's gonna be an incredible moment because just raise the wicked, like just play the best music ever. like I really want like a good music. I really want to feel the music. I want like because yeah, I want to feel the music and I want to bring the best of myself. The same I want from him because I don't want to easy win or easy like lose. Like I want a really hard battle. Like really, I want him to go as strong as he can. That's why I was texting him. Like, no, you have 6 weeks, because I really wanna like battle. I wanna create a moment, like memory. Like for me, it's about this. It's not about like you win or lose. It's about like creating a moment. And if we will be able to create this moment, and this moment is gonna stay like forever.
In history.
The history, yeah. This is what I really want. But I wanna win the whole jam, of course. Judges, you heard me. I'm not putting the pressure.
Yo, everyone give it up for Box and Meelisa, y'all.
Give it up.
Bread the Burn versus Vicious by Nature. Come forward.
Take a picture.
Come forward.
All right.
Tomorrow at NASA Space City Classic 2022, Meelisa versus BoxWon. Make some noise one more time.
Aw. One more time, y'all give it up for BoxWon and Meelisa and all the competitors. One quick thing, there are two ways to watch. You can download the Display app, the social that pays, and watch it extremely for free if you got to watch it on Display, though. Or you can do the competitors a huge favor and go to breakfreeworldwide.com and pay the $2.99 pay-per-view, as we want to introduce a new concept to bring in a new revenue stream for the competitors, so they're just not relying on prize money or pay. And so the only way this grows is your support. Share the links and to let everybody know that this is a new avenue, a new way to create a more sustainable lifestyle doing what we love to do. So 2 ways to watch. It's okay if you don't want to pay, you can download Display, watch it for free, or you can pay and support the competitors because they get 60% of all revenue and profits that go strictly to them. So we appreciate everything that you guys have been doing and supporting Break Free and everything we're doing, but most importantly, everything that we do doesn't matter because it involves everybody here, and that's the only way it gets done. So thank you guys. Tune in tomorrow. It's going down. We're making history. NASA Space Center Houston, Space City Classic 2022. Peace.
Let's go!